Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. Tinubu vows punishment for error bombing culprits. 2 kidnapped prospective youth corps members freed. Exodus of skilled youth abroad. Worries federal government. Wow.
Finally.
Tributes galore for Frank Kokori. Oil theft. Tantita security forces arrest another suspicious vessel. NJC rejects petition against Osunshide Adekwele Ojo. Okay, which story are we starting with?
We can start with operatives of Tantita Security Services Limited, the Nigerian Army, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, arrested a massive vessel in the coastal waters of Ondo State. So according to sources, it said the suspected vessel was sighted off the coast of Ondo State while loading crude from a wellhead. And the investigations also revealed that a combined team of soldiers, men of the NSCDC and Tantita operatives, accosted the vessel, which had naval personnel on board. And the naval personnel refused their request by the NNPC that the vessel be moved to NNPC jetty at Okporoza for a joint inspection. So they refused that, and Navy arrested the vessel, insisted on arresting the vessel. And they now found out that the naval operatives were shooting all day, causing another standstill in that area. But by the time they found the vessel, they said they found that the vessel was actively involved in siphoning crude oil from both sides of the wellhead. And when they started interrogation, they also found that they had 17 Nigerian crew members on board. The storage capacity is about 15,000 metric tons. And, you know, the time of arrest, they had loaded about 500 metric tons of crude oil already. This was being stolen. So one of the reasons they insisted on arresting was if they had left them when they refused to answer, before you know it, they would disappear. You won't even see the vessel anymore. So that arrest now, I hope that we'll hear at the end of the day what was done to, yes, the Nigerians that are involved, the people that are sending them. And I beg them not to destroy the crude. We need it. They shouldn't blow it up.
Okay, let me take our president says, according to the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edo, she said, our president is disturbed by the exodus of skilled youth from Nigeria in search for greener pastures abroad. The president is also concerned that many of these migrants are educationally equipped youths who, on whom national resources have been expended. He was disturbed by the trend of job seekers going abroad to look for greener pastures. And she was speaking at an event, which is the National Dialogue on Migration at the Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced event in Abuja. Also, furthermore, she said that the numbers in Nigeria is not of those who are migrating is not pleasant, as millions of our countrymen and women and other ECOWAS citizens within Nigeria are classified as migrants in various categories, such as internally displaced persons, refugees, and returnees. Obviously, the mandate for the National Commission for Refugees and Migrants is by no means enviable. So obviously, they're doing everything to curb the consistent migration. The numbers are increasing year in, year out, and they have to find a way to create jobs to get our youths to stay back in Nigeria.
Yes, and then NYSC, I think we remember when we talked about 7, I think, prospective youth corps members who were on their way to camp in Sokoto and they were abducted in Zamfara. And this happened in August. So NYSC is telling us that they've secured the release of 2 of them, females, and that they're going to keep doing all that they can to make sure the others are returned safely and in good health to their families. You know, I remember when we talked about it last, the parents said that they haven't heard anything. They just seemed like they had been abandoned, but it looks like they're still in negotiation with them. And hopefully, you know, we don't get to hear about this. And we're praying for those who are still in captivity. May God keep them safe, and may we soon be able to secure their release as well.
So I'm taking the president's statement concerning the military, the mistake that happened with the military attacking this village that has led to the death of over about 127 Nigerians, the Tudun Biri village in Kaduna State. The president has said that he vowed that any one involved in the error would be dealt with. And because of that statement was made by the Vice President, who visited the people in the hospital, the survivors in the hospital, and he expressed that the heart of the President is with all of the survivors of that particular incident, and that the President is therefore have been there, but he's here to represent the President. And he commiserated that there's a particular initiative, the FOLACO initiative, that is the President's response to non-kinetic solutions in the challenges in the Northwest, and that these people will be the first beneficiaries of the support, that they will be well taken care of. All the survivors will be well taken care of. He said the initiative would provide 500 houses will be built within parts of the northern parts of Kaduna, another 500 houses in the southern part of Kaduna, and is here to express that the President is committed to supporting them, and that the military would be reviewing their operational strategies to be sure that they investigate the entire process, and that the military also said they would not be deterred, but they would be sending out a report of the investigation to the President, Khan, as well as Ohanaeze, many people, even the governor of Lagos, many governors, everybody is commiserating with the families that are left after what happened in Kaduna.
Really painful story. The Punch. FG vows to punish culprits. ACF demands GOC's removal. Sanusi corporates NNPCL doubts dollar remittance after subsidy removal. Some foreign airlines may quit Nigeria, IATA warns federal government. Tinubu Nupeng orders mourn as Kokori dies at 80. I won't surrender my mandate to intimidation, says Fubara. Government abduct 10 Nasarawa varsity students. NJC sacks Oshun judge, dismisses Aleke's petition against CJ. And NPA blames concession of $53 million, 1.8 billion naira revenue shortfall. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Yes, this is a sad story coming out from Nasarawa State. They say 10 students of the Federal University of Lafia, Nasarawa State, were in the early hours of Thursday kidnapped by bandits in the Gandu community. So this community, they say, is about 2 kilometers away from the main institution. It's a student community opposite the institution's main campus. And eyewitnesses say that about 2 a.m. these bandits came shooting sporadically, the students' head, everybody ran for safety, and that was how they were able to abduct 10 students. Now, the police command has said that they are yet to get the real facts. You know, they are not sure that this actually happened yet, because they have been trying, like, on fact-finding investigation. There's no identity, they don't have any identity of the victims, you know, everything, questions that they're asking, they haven't found the answers to that yet. So at the time of this report, they can't confirm categorically that this incident has happened, but we have anonymous eyewitnesses who are saying that it did happen.
Okay, let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.